Welcome to the Pirate Broadcast, where we interview interesting people doing interesting things, where you can expand your connections, your community. Kindness is cool and smiles are free. And let's get this party started. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood for a podcast, a broadcast, and becoming a pirate, actually. And I just want to remind everybody, thank you so much, all the gratitude in the world for you being here, joining us, making comments, letting us know where you're from, or asking questions, and just interacting with the conversation here. We love the fact that you're here. And if you're not able to join us on LinkedIn, there's always YouTube, Facebook.
Hello.
And good morning. We got a special guest. So Michelle, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, John? Russ. Sorry.
I'm fabulous. It looks like a wonderful, kind morning this morning for you.
It is.
We're getting things rolling here. And I know we were talking before the show about some of the things you have going on. And we were talking about kindness and how generosity and giving back always plays out in the best possible scenario. And it looks like that you know exactly what that's all about. So tell us a little backstory and how you developed your intent for creating and creativity and the positive nature that you're at right now.
I think the backstory comes from many years ago. When life happened, we have challenges to deal with, and we have to find a way to get through that negative place and state in our lives. And for me, back then, many years ago, over 20 years ago, it was art. So that was my therapy. And through many life experiences, one, I think the greatest shift for me about kindness was when my son passed away. And it was a very dark time. And I literally decided that the only way I could get through that was create soul, heart, intent, where that self-sacrifice of being kind to myself and kind to others and giving back, providing service every day to people I met, to what I did in my job, to what I was going to do with my career and my life, that was the most important choice that I could make for myself and the world. And so I went about just connecting with myself from a heart-centered place and just giving, and it felt right, it felt good. And I think I had always known that most of my life, that by giving service and helping each other and championing it and finding kindness and respect and honor in that activity, because I think that the world sees kindness as a weakness, and it's not. There's nothing greater than giving yourself kindly to somebody else. It takes a lot of internal strength and personal empowerment to do that, especially in a moment where it's challenging. Somebody could be screaming at you, and I've had that in one of my jobs, where you're on the phone, you're being a call center operator, and somebody's pushing back because their life experiences are right where they are in that moment. And it's not about you, it's about where they're at. And when you approach those events or anything that you're having with kindness, let me tell you, it's like what Dr. Dyer says, be kind. Your life, what you do is so much more beautiful than being negative.
Yeah, it fills you up with and you have an opportunity to have empathy and have some idea of what others are going through, and it's really important. First and foremost, I'm sorry about your loss, and having lost a son, I appreciate the journey that we have to go through in order to understand that life has to go on, life is going on, and it's not always comfortable. However, that's the same thing that others are feeling. There, you don't know what other people are going through. You don't know what the other person on the phone or the on the other, reading the blog or uh, acquiring information. You don't know what they're going through in their personal situation. So if the rule of thumb is always the default is kindness, then it makes life so much easier because you can understand and appreciate where they might be coming from and add to that. So,
Yeah, I
um,
agree. You don't understand what other people are going through, and you don't know the effects of what you do have on them. But the default truly is being kind. It
yeah,
very much is. And kindness comes in many ways. It's opening a door, it's smiling, it's saying hello, it's getting centered with that place that you intuitively know
yeah,
that your actions are a representation of who you are and what you believe to be true. We're not filling in space just because we want that like, we want that share, we want that mutual approbation and those accolades. Kindness is really at the core of, hand in hand with gratitude and forgiveness and grace. So when we feel those things, we action them. It's not just words and lip service. I think it's very much what we do.
yeah.
We choose. We have to choose it
And I
for
think it
ourselves.
comes out. I think it comes out also, Michelle. I think it comes out in the way we create. And I think that what your project is and what you're um, looking to achieve in this world is a powerful tool that we can all consider. So how do you inspire kindness in a blog post or a piece of art or some creative venture? How do you see that process evolving and expanding on that idea?
Well, I think in a blog, for me, Unsung Extraordinary Heroes started with Michael Ray and his Smile Project. And writing, I think it's the finesse there is showing appreciation, gratitude, and the way that you speak about somebody's event or life. You
Uh-huh.
have to be a really good, well, a crafted wordsmith where you intuitively feel what that person's experience is and listen to the words that they say and hear them heartfully. And kindness is about when you engage, you celebrate what other people are doing. It's not about what you get out of it, it's what you can do for the other person. And I
Mhm.
think Michael Ray's Smile Project was a great way for me to say, take a look at this man and what he's doing, and this is who he is. Talk
Yeah.
about from a emotive, soulful place with kindness and in an artistic way. For me, it was um, creating art that shares a beautiful space where people can look at it, where they have an art experience. And that what I mean by that is an art experience for me is you look at a piece of art and you feel something. There's
Mhm.
something in you that creates a place and a moment where you're like, wow, that inspires me. I want to go do that. Like one of my pieces I created recently is of a hand stretched out in the universe with the world above it. Like, our hand is connected to the world. Our hand is a representation of what we do as people and what we think. And we have the world in the palm of our hand. And how do we treat it? How do we
Yeah.
embrace it? How do we live into what we believe? Kindness is about creating a beautiful event that inspires somebody else and gets them soulfully connected with themselves, or something that inspires them to go out and say, I want to go be that. I want to live into that.
When you can inspire others to take some action and activity and pursue or be present in what you're doing, that's an amazing event, especially when a piece of art that you've poured everything into, all your kindness and love and generosity, there's a really an opportunity to actually your daughter's
I have
that's
props behind me, people, and this is the painting.
oh,
My daughter's given me props. I have to love her.
gorgeous, gorgeous.
Yeah.
I
So
love
art
that.
is, yeah. that's an inspiration for peace, and that's actually going out to a good friend. I I am I created that piece. It was for my business logo and
Mm-hmm.
sent it in partial, not finished. The story behind this, and to inspire somebody because they were having a rough day. And I says, take a look at this. This might lift you up.
Yeah.
And they fell in love with the painting. And I said, okay, it's originally, I'm like, no, this is for my business logo. And he goes, well, Michael Paterano, good morning. He said, I really love this painting. And I said, okay, it's yours. I will gift it to you. And that's that story. Art is art, or anything we create. If we
Yeah.
put our heart and soul into it in a loving way, people, thank you, sweetheart. People can feel that sense of what you bring to the table. And I love my daughter. She's so passionate about what I'm doing, and she's such a great cheerleader. I'm grateful for her.
Yes. Yes. Michael Baker says, good morning, Russ and Michelle. And guess who's here in the house? Gabriel. Good morning, fellow.
Good morning,
Uh,
Gabriel. Thank you, Gabriel.
and Hyatt
Props.
Ive says, I'm late here. Good morning, pirates. And then Sherry Lolly, good morning, Russ and Michelle.
Good
Pirates, you're now a
morning.
pirate now. So,
I am you.
yes. So excited to see Michelle become a pirate. This is awesome. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
I'm a down under pirate. So the
Yeah.
South Seas, here I come.
Yeah. Some of my, I had to tell you, some of my favorite music comes from the your neck of the woods, New Zealand. So
From New Zealand.
yeah,
Wow.
I got some musician fan people down there that I enjoy. So
Nice.
and then Hyatt says, is Michelle a Brit? Maybe an Aussie? No, New Zealand. Hyatt,
Kiwi all the way.
Kiwi.
And don't worry, I'm not offended. I grew out of that. I never was really like that.
Good morning, fellow pirates. So he, so Hyatt says, good morning, happy Thursday morning. Love Michelle and Maddie too, Maddie Moo. So
Yep. Love them.
yes, yes, they're always out there doing great things. And Gabriel says, kindness is contagious. It is so wonderful to live it and express it. I had Michael Ray last night, and the amount of kindness and love he shares is incredible.
It is.
I'm
It is
sorry I
very
missed
much.
it, Gabriel. I'll have to go back and watch the replay. And you do some amazing work. I really love that you're doing
Hey,
that.
Mike.
Hey, guys, you both are amazing. So appreciate you, Mike. I love that you're here, and thanks for joining us. You know, Michelle, it's, uh, you know, I've I believe in creating something every day. You know, I love the creative process. I thrive in it. I'm not always, it's not always the same. There's some things that
Mm-mm.
I like to do. You know, this show is an example, and something that I can put out into the world and shine the light on someone like yourself. And hopefully that translates to other people thinking about how they can actually pursue and generate kindness around their lives. And I think it's really important, and it goes back to the same principle. It's like, you don't know what other people are going through. You don't
Mm-mm.
know what their life story is, or what their experiences are, or what challenges they have. And like last night, I was really feeling, I broke my hip this year.
Oh, no.
And it's just been, yeah, and it's just been really challenging. I was out riding my bike, because I enjoy that. It was late at night. You know, the weather's here in Arizona is starting to cool off, and it's almost perfect weather. It's just enjoyable.
It
However,
is.
my leg was like, oh, because I was shopping for some plumbing supplies earlier in the day, and it's just like walking and all this stuff, and I was kind of feeling sorry for myself, and not sorry for myself, but a little down about not
Mm-hmm.
being 100%, not being feeling 100%, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking, and then I just let the air in my face, and it's just like, I am really fortunate. I am blessed. It's like beyond recognition. I have everything. I have everything in my life. I have my family, my friends and activities that I can produce results with.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to think about how you fit into the world and what good you can produce, and then it becomes, you see it through a different lens. Does
Excuse
that
me.
happen to you where you've kind of gone on this journey and with Michael Ray and seeing some of the things in the Unsung Extraordinary Hero blog, how it's evolved for you, and where do you see it going?
Um, as far as the Unsung Extraordinary Hero blog, um, there's more to add to that story. I mean, I understand where you're coming from as far as getting to that space where we, you know, have a little doubt, things feel a little bit uncomfortable, and we get into our mindset where our ego and our opinion about what we're doing is involved instead of intuitively heartfelt connectivity.
Yeah.
And I had that when I initially started the Unsung Extraordinary Hero blog. It took me 2 months to write that blog. Why? Because I got into that headspace that, excuse me, pardon me, that I felt like I wasn't enough. I wasn't good enough writer, that I didn't have the gift, that
Mm,
I was just shooting for the stars. It was beyond my reach.
mm,
And one day, I just sat and thought, what is holding me back? I'm holding me back. I have to figure out how to get through this because I know that what I'm about to do is something that needs to be said. There's a
yeah.
story to tell here, and I know how to craft it. And in those few short moments of having that conversation and that thought process with myself, excuse me, and truly believing in what it was I was about to venture on, it was like the wind in the face moment that you had.
Yeah.
I just started writing. I thought, I'm just going to write and see what happens. I'm going to remember the conversation because I didn't record it back then. I just had a phone conversation with Michael Ray, took down some notes. I checked my notes. I'm like, okay, just go and do it.
Yeah.
Just follow your heart and go do it and see what happens. And it was like, I sent it to Michael Ray and said, here you go. I finished. I've crafted it. And he was so heartfelt touched. And when I posted it, some of the comments from that were, I had, doubt crept in again because like, oh no. I was like, because I wasn't understanding I was new to LinkedIn, very, very new, and wasn't
Uh-huh.
understanding the process. So I'm like going, how is this going to work for me? What am I going to do? What do I really want to achieve here? And I really honestly got caught up into that likes and all of that stuff
Yeah.
and viewership and all of that. I'm like, wow. And then I'm like, oh, no, wait a second, excuse me. I'm not being very authentic with myself
Yeah.
because this project was never about how much I could get out of it. It was about giving it to somebody else. So the future of Unsung Extraordinary Heroes is about finding people and telling their story and championing them. It's never about, me. Even when I post it, my post is all about you have to connect with this person, you have to understand their story. And even when people say, great job, Michelle, it's like, no, this is about them, and point the compass back to these people because it's never about me. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Certainly, I am gifted to craft a story that is soul filled and it's heart centered. Yes, I appreciate and I give gratitude to that gift, but in the end, it's about championing other people and what they do. The future of it is creating a give back brand of Unsung Heroes with a possibility of creating t-shirts with the Unsung Hero uh, logo, where my vision for it is as a give back project in my company is to create t-shirts with the logo on it, where all profits of selling the t-shirts are only going to go to people like Michael Ray, who we give back money to him and what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
The production of the t-shirts, that's the only part that I will keep. The rest are literally going to go back to the Unsung Extraordinary Heroes themselves. If they have something, a project or a charity or something that they want to give back to, then that's how that's that is my vision of that blog and what's going to happen with that, because we have to find a way to give back, and that's the only monetizing part of that, but it's not coming in my pocket. It's totally going to go back to those. I see video creations and a podcast where we talk to the unsung extraordinary heroes and check in with them. What's up with you now? What are you doing now? Let's go see what's happening with them. um, Lots of innovative ways in my thinking as far as that's concerned, doing voiceovers of me reading the Unsung Extraordinary Hero blogs and attaching that to the blog, um, celebrating as many people as I can to what they're doing and their story.
I love that. I love that. I love the idea that, when that's kind of what the pirate community is about, is like, it's not about me. It's about highlighting other people that are doing incredible work like yourself. And I had never tied that. I've been, thinking and reflecting on how does it evolve into a bigger thing? How can I reach more people? How can I help more people see that, kindness is an answer? And I always feel that there are times where the ego gets in the way of the heart,
Yes.
and what I hear you saying is very similar. It's one of those things you just have to keep it in check and saying, is this my ego talking, or is this the gift I want to share? And it's
Yeah.
always coming back to the fact that you have to share what is really the source of your desire, and that's not your ego. At least that's
No,
not my ego.
no,
Um,
it's not mine either. And I get what you're saying. We have to get back to the source of really being true. I mean, it really boils down to cold, hard, and hate to use those words, but
yeah,
choice. It's our choice. We choose every day to get up, to get dressed, to greet the day. Well, when you greet your day, what do you choose to do? Do you choose to be kind? Do
yeah,
you choose to connect with your soul heart way of being and intuitively say, I'm going to be kind? For some people, depending on their life experiences, for them, they have to battle through what kindness means to them. But
mm,
for me, I think it really is a choice. And when we do things like celebrate other people and their gifts and their talents, which is, when we connected, it was like, wow, we've got so much in common, to celebrate. And
yeah,
even when I talked about that I'm going to be on your show, for me in my post about that, it wasn't about me, yay, great, woohoo, I made it to Russ John's show. It was, no, you need to connect with this guy because he does amazing things. You need to connect with his content. Why? Because he's got a special message. It's not about me, it's about
yeah.
other people. Life is not about me, it's about everyone else. Shout out to Stephen Desadie. He teaches some phenomenal content. And one of the things he always talks about is life is not about you. And he's right. It's not about me. It's about everybody else. And how do we connect with them? How do we give soul heart to them and
Yeah.
and and be genuine about it? You have to choose. You have to make a choice. How do you want to live your life?
And it's an unselfish effort.
Mm-hmm.
You have to really feel that the more I give away, the more, I sent my son a message. It's like, I'm releasing everything that no longer serves me or provides any benefit. And then
Yeah,
you can give it away.
you can.
You release it and let it go. I want to get back to, High Dive says, your country's on my bucket list, hopefully soon. New Zealand's kind of shut down right now, but Kathy Spooner says, "Good morning, pirates." Kathy's wonderful. She was on the show the other day. She's helping a lot of people in the mental health arena. Uh, and Gabriel, again, always good to see so many wonderful people come together. Hello to Mike, Sherry, Michael Baker, and I love these people. And D is here. He's like from India, mobile hiring, motive leaders, NPL practitioner the world over. He's saying hi to everybody in here. And I just really thank you so much for being here. Awesome program. It's an awesome program. Thank you so much. He's saying namaste, Gabriel, namaste. Global Leadership Academy. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that. And then Kenyatta here in Arizona is good morning, piratey people, pirate broadcast. And then I'm just thinking that there's so many people, Slaptag, Sherry Lala, you help by highlighting good deeds and the audience finds ways that they can support. Sherry Lawley is another example of someone that's out in the wings doing some great work. She's been supporting Gabriel in the past. She's always been so supportive of the pirate broadcast and myself. She has sent some secret pirate treasure that I'm working on.
Wow.
I'm working on a project for, so I'm super excited about it, and
Nice.
so look forward to that. And then Intuition Over Ego and Emotions from Michael
Yes.
Baker. So
Very.
absolutely, Michael. That's a great
Absolutely.
point. I love that. I'll be circling back, she says, onto the broadcast with Michael and Gabriel. So yes, Michael Ray. I had him on the pirate broadcast. Oh heck, it's been a while. So he's been on there. I have to take out a replay on that one. Ask him back. You have to give to receive, Michael Baker. Yes.
You do.
And also Michael says, we get the help we need by seeking to help others. Be kind always. Show others you actually care. That's true.
It is. It's very
That's so
true.
true. You know, there's a saying that people don't care until you know how much you care about them. Or I'm sure I'm
Yeah.
hacking it all together. But the
Yep.
point is care about people. It's not that difficult. It's not that challenging. So it's really about putting the effort into just opening up and saying, how can I help? How can I add value to your day? And
Exactly. And when you begin your day and before you put your feet on the ground, open your day with grace and gratitude. But then the next step is to, how can I give back today?
Mhm.
Who can I approach today to give them a sense of kindness and service and giving? And when you put that out there, you find that in the smallest, and even it doesn't have to be big, that you give to others. You find yourself giving without even thinking. It's automatic. It's a way of being. It's a way of living, and the abundance, comes back.
Yeah.
Not that you're deliberately looking to do something to get abundance. You just know that your heart and your soul gets filled with when you give and when you're kind. And I would rather have that sense of vibration in my life than
Yeah. Yeah. Well, 2020 has been a year that is full of challenging moments for a lot of people, and the more we can put out there in ways of kindness and gratitude, I think it allows the challenging moments to kind of level out and not be as impacting to our life, because some people, like they get upset over things that don't matter. In my opinion, this is my opinion, like
right,
traffic or something along those lines. It's like, I'm late. Well, you're late. There's some things that happen in your life, or you spill something, or, something happens. I don't know. Whatever it happens to be. It's like, will it matter 6 months from now? Will it matter a year from now? It's like, most
no,
times the answer is no.
it won't. It won't. I mean, and sometimes we let those little things get in the way of our day and shift our entire vibrations and our mindset, that we're having like just a really ugly bad day. And for me, it's like, every day's a great day. Every day in how you speak and interact. If I was talking with a friend recently, Andrea, and
Mhm.
and she said, Michelle, when you speak and when you interact with others, it's like a pocket full of sunshine. I says, well, I think it's because it's a choice for me. I
Yeah.
chose to be a pocket full of sunshine. Why? Because you you, again, back to, you don't know what somebody else is experiencing. And if they come along to you, you can be that pocket full of sunshine, that kindness, that giving, even your voice, your interaction, the please and thank you, the how's your day going? What's happening for you?
Yeah.
How that matters, because we honestly don't know what somebody else is going through. And if you took a moment to check in, say, hi, how's it going? What are you doing? I mean, it's not just in our personal life, it's in our professions. In my current position, every day I do the best I can to remember to think about the people that I work with and what they're going through with this new COVID
Yeah.
experience that we're having, and what can I do for them. And
Yeah.
the one choice I made was every day send out a positive daily connection where they get to feel uplifted and embrace that somebody's out there cheering them on. And I don't know the results of that all the time. And periodically they'll get back to me and they'll say, hey, Michelle, you know what? I was having a rough day. And if it wasn't for your thought that you sent out, it made all the difference. Not that I'm sharing that to get accolades. I'm just saying that's an example of how we in the workplace can
Yep.
build a culture of kindness, of caring. Because, there's always this image that we socialize ourselves to, that we are stoic, we are professional. Who said that being professional wasn't being kind and courteous and giving?
And
Who made up that rule?
yeah, who made up that rule? I'm going
Yeah,
to break that rule.
me.
Michael
I
says,
break it every day.
Michael says it's simple yet not easy. And the more you do it, Michael, the easier it gets, because I'm a positive person. However, we all have our
I
moments,
know,
and
honey.
it's
Please
not
don't.
always rainbows
Come
and
on.
unicorns, but I love this conversation, Kenyatta says. And
Hello.
Gabriel says, this has been a great conversation. I have been lucky to watch you two have this conversation.
Honey, go, please. Come
What's your
on.
daughter's name?
This is Peyton.
Hey,
Hi.
Peyton. How are you? How are you? Kathy Spooner says,
Good.
good
How are
morning.
you?
That's
That's
a pocket full of sunshine. Validation, acknowledgement, and appreciation of. So Kathy says, great inspiration for my day. Thank you so much. And I know we're all
Bye-bye.
busy,
Come on.
and Michelle, I think that it's really important for us to continue to share this value and inspiration for others. And thank you so much for being here today.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate it. And I hope and encourage others to take a moment and just reflect on what you're grateful for, what you have gratitude for, and make sure that you can appreciate all of the things that you have instead of looking at what you don't have. And then sharing that inspiration with others, and maybe just drop a few kind words to somebody, and touch base with somebody and do an outreach, because it's so
Yeah.
important for us to be a little kinder in these days. So, and thank you so much, Michelle, for being here on the show. I really appreciate you, and I'm glad we got this moment together.
Me too. I'm really deeply grateful and honored. I can't tell you how grateful I am for you, for your time. Gabriel, shout out to you. Thank you for creating this moment. I really do appreciate it. To everyone on my LinkedIn family and network, I'm truly am grateful for you and what you bring to my life. This moment isn't about me. It's about the unsung extraordinary heroes who live ordinary lives, and
Yeah.
kindness grows kindness.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's go out and expand it. So
Yes, let's get out there.
much love, everyone. And always, kindness is cool and smiles are free. So you enjoy the day. Thanks, Michelle. Stick around.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining the Pirate Broadcast. If you found this content valuable, please like, comment, and share it across your social media channels. I would love the opportunity to help others grow in their business. The Pirate Syndicate is a platform where you show up, we produce the show. It's that easy. If you want to be seen, be heard, and be talked about, join the Pirate Syndicate.